Hello everyone, this is Manigandan here. In the last class, we have learnt about the pin. There are two types of pin. One is absolute pin, the other one is relative pin. So today we will be focusing on absolute pin and we will be doing some puzzles on it. So let's get started. Here it is white's turn to play. White can make an absolute pin. Could you try to find it? You can also pause the video and try to think. Okay, so the answer for the first one is moving the rook to h2. So now we are attacking this bishop and the bishop cannot move anywhere because of the king behind it. So this is what we call it as absolute pin, which means pinning the piece with the king so that the piece cannot move. Let's see the next one. Here it is black's turn to play. Could you find a way to create an absolute pin? Whenever we try to find an absolute pin, look at the opponent king and look diagonally to it and look in the straight line to the opponent king so that you can find the pin very easily. So here this king and the queen are placed in the same diagonal, so I hope it should be easy for you to find the correct move. So the answer here is bishop to d6. This is the absolute pin. Now even if the queen captures, we have support from the pawn. So they will get 3 points, we can get 9 points. And the queen cannot move anywhere to escape. Let's see the next one. Here it is black's turn to play. How to create an absolute pin? The answer is, again look at the king and look diagonally to it so that you can find the absolute pin. The answer is bishop to a7. Great if you have found this. Let's see the next one. It is white's turn to play. How to create an absolute pin here? Which white piece should move to create a pin? Again look at the king and look straight to it and look this way. Here actually you can create two pins. So try to find both and try to find the better one. Okay, the correct pin is moving the rook to e1. We could pin the queen with the king. So the queen cannot move, and even if they capture, we have support from the bishop. And there was one more pin which is rook to a1, pinning the knight with the king. But this will not be successful because the queen can go back to c8 to support the knight so that we cannot capture the knight later on. So it is good to go rook to e1 and make a pin. This one is the successful one. I hope you understood. So let's go to the next one. It is white's turn to play. How could white create an absolute pin? Again, take a look at the king and look straight to it like this and like this. Even here, there are two pins possible. One is rook to c2 and rook to g6. That is the other one. Could you find which one will be perfect? Should you pin the bishop or should you pin the knight? Which one will be a successful one? Take some time to think because both of them looks almost correct, but only one is correct. Okay, the answer is rook to c2. Because if we pin this bishop, they can escape. They can do something like knight captures pawn on e4, and so that they can defend the bishop so that we cannot capture it. So whenever you make a pin, look whether your opponent has a defense or not. So you can choose the correct pin accordingly. So rook to c2 is the correct one. So we have done 5 puzzles. How many of them you got it right? Great. If you have done more than 3, you are doing great. Okay, let's do some more puzzles in the next class. That's all for today. See you in the next class.